Morning everyone, welcome to Ainsley News. It's the start of the week, Monday the 7th of February. Talking debt today, 30 trillion US public debt and what it means. Last week the US hit a milestone that no one could have thought possible only a few years ago. The US government is now the proud owner of $30 trillion of debt. As at the end of January, they owed 30 trillion, some 12 billion, and the US national debt has tripled in just a decade. In 2019, US GDP grew 4%, fueled by 7% deficit spending. COVID saw a 2.3% GDP drop, albeit short, but the sharpest in history. In 2021, their economy grew 5.7% on the back of an unprecedented 12.4% budget deficit spending program of $2.8 trillion. And now in 2022, they're getting strong resistance against the Build Back Better spending program. And the Fed looking to not just print more, or taper, but actually raise rates and sell some of their massive pile of bonds. Note in some of the charts we're showing you today, the US government's very own Congressional Budget Office is not even pretending there will be any slowdown of this massive debt accumulation, seemingly without regard to how sustainable that may be. The Fed announced late last year it would taper its $120 billion a month QE program to end mid-2022, but then December saw 107 billion printed and January over 110 billion printed, and that tanked the markets. So they're still injecting that liquidity and it's still caused a market drop. And so here we sit at one of the most important economic junctures in modern history. We have a debt burden only matched by that of the World War II funding measured against GDP, but an economy completely reliant on free money accumulating debt. Rates already near zero and money still being printed, albeit meagerly tapering at a circa $100 billion a month. Inflation is rampant, which is good for reducing that debt burden, but will see the whole system blow up if left unchecked. The economy is peaking, but it is hyper-financialized and hence completely precarious. All economies peak before they crash. It's the central bank intervention cycle of things. Raise rates amid $30 trillion of US public debt, or 100% of GDP, or $226 trillion of global debt, that's 99% of global GDP, and the already turning economy busts. Inevitably, that sees central banks and governments back and doubling down with more stimulus, further inflating a barely deflated debt bubble. Do nothing and the bubble gets more and unsustainably bigger, as our credit cycle's natural trajectory. You can see where all this ends. There simply is a non-messy ending to this unprecedented global economic Ponzi scheme. But take comfort in the fact that we've been through this many times before throughout history. We shared Ray Dalio's history lesson in this regard previously. If you need to go check it out, do a little search and find our news article with that through ainsleyBullion.com.au. Dalio famously once said, "If you don't own gold, you know neither history nor economics." That essay always survives and indeed thrives in these repeated cycles over 5,000 years. Still not convinced? If you can't imagine what $30 trillion looks like, visual capitalists have helped us with an image in our news today of what $30 trillion worth of debt looks like. And it is insane. Jump onto our website, ainsleyBullion.com.au, to check out all of our charts and images through our news. You can also buy gold, silver and platinum. Got a release today as well on our 1/10 ounce gold kookaburras and 1/10 ounce platinum kookaburras. They're from Perth Mint. Absolutely beautiful and a smaller way to get into the bullion and platinum market while still enjoying the beauty of gold and platinum. Thanks for listening to news. Jump over to ainsleyBullion.com.au for all things physical, ainsleywealth.com.au for all things cryptocurrency, and goldsilverstandard.com to check out our own cryptocurrency built and backed by real gold and silver. Enjoy your start to the week, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow for more news.